Hello everyone, welcome to Cinnamum. Today we're going to be looking at how to make some Marvel cupcakes. I did this for a baby shower recently and everyone really liked them. So first we start by printing out some symbols from the computer, and I do it in black and white because I don't like to use as much ink. And then we just cut out the pieces that we will be needing to actually cut separately. I don't bother with the circles because I just get out a cup and some of my icing tips, and I use those to cut out the circles. Make sure before you start putting your fondant down that you grease the counter with some shortening. That way you can easily pull it up when you've got everything cut. So first we're going to work on Captain America and Flash and Iron Man. Once you've got your outside circles cut, I have a smaller circle cutter that I will be using for both Captain America and the Flash. And then I proceed to do another smaller one for Cap and yet another smaller one because you want your two red circles. I like to do this on the paper so that I don't have to shift them and it's easier to put the next circles in. So now we're going to work on the Flash, and we're going to get the inner circle outline, the yellow one, and the lightning bolts. I just put the pattern on there and cut it out with my tool. And of course Iron Man needs his helmet. I like to form the outsides a little bit, just using my fingers to make sure that the edges are nice. And then you put the circles in, and when you put them in, I like to kind of blend them into the outside circle. And we're working on Captain America's white portions. And I actually remembered after I got the stars cut out that we needed the little circles for the Flash as well. Put them in position, smear them into place, and then you can, if you need to, add a little bit of water on the fondant and it'll help it to stick to the fondant next to it. Now for Captain America's little blue circles, and I just take the stars and put them directly on top for that. We're also going to be making Iron Man's eyes, and I just make a blue slit and kind of cut them. They're just little rectangles that have a slightly angled look to them. And then we will just score the lines for the mouth. Next up is the Hulk. For the Hulk, I wanted to do the yellow as a background. So I did the full yellow shape circle, and you just cut the outer circle and then the inner circle, and then I kind of cut another circle around it because that outside line was too thick. I didn't want it that thick, and I didn't have another cutter that would position very well for that. I took the small circle from my icing tip and I used that for the middle circle. We're doing the radiation symbol for the Hulk. I didn't feel like cutting out fists. And then you cut the rest of the circle into 6 pieces and you use 3 for the one and 3 for the other. Position them away and then you're done. Next up is Thor. Once again, I'm using the same size mug for the cutting. I took the hammer that I had cut out of paper and I used that to determine where I was going to be cutting the lines out. And I also, once again, I didn't have a cutter for the right size for the circle, so I just cut according to where the hammer was and removed the bits of black from there. That done, I added my score lines. You can't see them very well here, but you'll see them when it gets picked up. I made another large circle for the background for Thor's hammer. Place it on top, blend it into position. And you're done. Last step, I decided to do Spiderman. Once you got your red, it's just very simple. I took and cut out both of the eyes. I cut out the inner part for one of the eyes, and then I used the larger black outline for the other eye, and I just cut out 4 of each of the white and the black. Then you take and you position the eyes in place with the white on top of the black. I like to have more of the black on the tip of the eye, and the inner eye will have less black. But I like to see the black because it's a nice contrast. Now we'll score the main lines. I divide it like dividing into 12. And then I just use my icing tip to do the circle portions on the inside. And then you put the eyes on. Lastly, I took some more black fondant and I just made a snake out of it, a very thin, narrow snake, and I made an outline because it was a nice extra to add to the Spider-Man. You kind of needed that black outline. Again, if you need help with the icing or the fondant to stick, just use a little dab of water along the outside edge before you apply the black outline. And that's it. Let those dry, and I made some just chocolate cupcakes, whatever flavor you want. I did blue icing and just swirled it from the center all the way around to the outside with a large star tip. I made a bunch of mini cupcakes for the baby shower for the kids that were going to be there. And then I had to ice them in advance, but I could not bring the finished product the way that it was. I had to do that there. So I brought extra icing along and just put a dab in the middle of each cupcake to secure the toppers. And they're done. Hope you enjoyed that. Please subscribe if you like this video, and I'm hoping to be able to put more videos up as I go along.